Hi, this is Kishore and welcome back to Kishorelytics. In today's video, we are going to dive something exciting concept called the joins. And in the joins, there are a lot of topics called the inner joins, right join, full join, left join. All those topics are explained in very clear and simple manner. So I don't want to take much time of you guys. Let me share the screen and it's worth for watching. Let's get into it. Yes guys, today we are going to dive something exciting concept and very important concept in the SQL crash course. So let's get into it. And today's agenda of this session is that. So let's share my screen. Today's agenda of this session. Today's agenda is joins. So in the joins, we have discussed many things like called full join, outer join, right join, everything. Left join, so right join. We have covered everything about the joins. In this video, we have covered. So it's worth for watching. So stay tuned. So let's get into it. So consider guys, consider I haven't consider this is my table and it's named called the customers table. So and again in the right side I have the orders table. So both the different informations are different. In the customers table I have the customers information and in the orders table I have the product information. So that's a basic motive of this information table. So in this customers table we have the customers information like name, ID, everything. So in the orders table, we have the customer product information called how much products the customers are ordered. Likewise, we have both different informations in two tables. So I want to combine to this table. The main motive, the main information of this joins is to combine. So we want to combine two tables. How we can combine? We want to combine that left table and we want to combine the right table. So how we can combine? Let's check. If you want to combine the rows, means let me explain that like that. Consider this is at my table 1. Consider this is my table 1. Okay. Again, here I have the table 2. There are two types of joins. There are two types of combining the databases, tables. Tables is nothing but the databases. So how we can combine? Combining basically happens in the two types called rows. Based on the rows we can to combine, or based on the columns you have to combine. So based on the rows means nothing but we want to combine I in down. The table 1 is nothing but this one, and again the table 1 is below the table 2. Table 1. Okay, nothing but that. So column is nothing but we want to combine the tables based on the primary key. We want to combine those tables. This is the table 1 and this is the table 2. That's what combining the two rows happens. Okay, are you guys beware of that? I am explaining very clearly. We want to combine two tables. How we can combine? Based on the two types. We want to combine based on the rows. Based on the rows we have to combine, or based on the columns we want to combine. Based on the if you do based on the rows means it's called the set operations, and based on the columns if you do means it's called the joins. So later we will discuss about the sets. Today's the agenda is joins. So today's agenda is joins. So in this joins we have discussed about the types called the inner join and full join and left join and the right join. Okay, so let's get into it. Yes guys, let's discuss about the SQL joins. So what is meant by the joins? So we want to know what is meant by the joins. Later we will discuss about the types of the joins. So first of all let me discuss about the joins. So guys, what is meant by the joins? Join, as the name itself suggests, that we are joining the table, that we are going to join something. Joins means joining the table. Consider, let me joining the tables. As the name itself suggests, we are going to join something. Something we are going to join. So let's get into it. So we will discuss about the detail in later. So before getting into the join, we want to know something about the primary key. Okay, we want to know something about the primary key. So let me erase this all. Okay, let me erase this all, and later we will discuss about the many of the sketches are available, and all of the sketches are available in my GitHub repository, and the link to my GitHub repository available in my description. So please make sure to subscribe to my Kishorelytics channel. So let's get into it. Yes guys, let's discuss about the primary key. Let's discuss. Okay, fine. So the primary key is nothing but we are going to keep some information that's going to be unique, and in these informations are going to connect with the another table. So here consider guys, this is my table 1. in this table 1 we have some information called ID, and this is unique, and this is unique, and this is because the register number for one student is unique. The register number should not be repeated for any other students. So that's the basic condition, right? So consider this is my table 1, and I am considering again this is my table 2. So in this information I am having the name. So in this information I am having the ID. Let me have some scores and country of the students. Okay, fine. Here I am considering this is as a table 2. So what is the primary key? What does the primary key actually did? That we are going to connect two tables based on this ID. Here also we have the ID. Sorry, here also we have the ID. Here also we have the ID. The both ID are common. We are going to combine these two tables. That's the basic intuition of joins and the primary key. Primary key is nothing but when the interviewer asks about the primary key, and what is meant with the primary key when the interviewer asks the means, it's called nothing. It means it contains very unique values. That's the basic intuitions. It's very important information, and very important information and very unique values are going to be present in the primary key. That's the basic intuition of primary key. Let's get into it. So what is meant by the SQL joins? We will know something about the primary key. So these are the ID. Basically, many of the companies and many of those when we are creating the tables, there is some ID, right? In companies, there is a unique identifier called the employee ID. That's why we are creating ID. So unique primary key is nothing but the unique identifier. So in simple words, it's called a unique identifier. So here I'll consider this is my table 1. In this table 1, we have the scores, we have the names, and we have the ID. And here we have in the table 1 we have the name called Maria, John, George, and Martin. And here in the second table 2, in the table 2 we have the country, we have the ID and country. We are going to merge to the table. So these are the tables are available. See, why we want to combine means there are three use cases why we want to combine. So the first use cases is the recombine the data. We can see the big data. We can able to see the small tables into the big picture. All the details are available in the one. So let me consider customers, and here we have the addresses, and here we have the reviews, and here we have the orders. Let me have the customers table. In the address table we have the addresses. In the reviews table, what are the customers are giving the reviews, that can be stored in the reviews table. And in the orders table, what are the customers, what are the products are available in the company, that's going to be available in the orders table. That's why we are going to, if you want to see some pictures, big picture, means you can use the joins. So that's the basic use cases of the joins is you can use to recombine the data. So we can join the tables, we can join the reviews table, we can join the orders table, we can join the address table. All those things are combined into the complete big picture. That's why we can able to use the join. The second motive of the joins is that the data enrichments. So what is meant by the enrichment? We can able to see the later detailing about the enrichment topic in the later. So for now, the use cases of the joins is the main motive. So we want to get some extra data. Getting extra data using some informations are available in the customers table, and some informations are available in the another table. So we want to get some extra information. These are the master table, and this is my reference table. We want to get some extra information. That's also possible in the joins. So that's why we are going to combine. So the third motive is checks for the existence. Check for the existence means nothing but we are going to filter the data. Later we will discuss about the left-hand join, right-hand join. Later all those things, all the sketches are available. See what are the sketches are available means all those sketches are available. Just wait for a minute. I will explain all those concepts very well and very clearly. So we want to first the main motive, we want to know what is join and what is the use case of the join and how the joins are working behind the scenes. That's why I'm here. So I'm here to explain all those things. So don't worry about that. So let me enter into. We are going to filter some data. So in this data has to be checked. Let me have some examples. Here we have the customers table. Here we have the orders table. So if we mention if we join those tables, which products and which customers are not buy those products are available. If we join means we can have some information. It's not about the combining. It's not about the combining. We can able to join some information. So we can filter some data. We can use the joins. So that's why joins are introduced to the combine two tables. So let's get into it. Yes guys, let's get into it. Another session of recombining, and we can able to slowly getting into the types of joins. So if you are using the inner, left and full, you want to use recombine the data into the big picture. If you want to combine all those tables into the single picture if you want to use the means if you want to use the inner join and the left join and the full join. These are the possibilities of the joins that can be used to do combine big picture. So if your motive is to get some extra information, like I'm explaining that, right? So if you want to, these are the customers table and these are the zip code tables. I want to combine those tables, means you can, these are the extra data enrichments. We want to get the extra info, means you want to use the left join. That's the basic intuition I'm going to teach. So later we will discuss about the inner, left, full, left, inner. Later all those things are covered. Don't worry about that. So later we are discuss about the filtering. We want to filter some data using the where conditions, right? So that's what I am using, the inner join, left, left plus where. If these are called the anti, inner anti, left anti join, full anti join. Later we will discuss all those things. I just get, these are the advanced sessions. So I just covered beginner, intermediate, advanced sessions in this session. So let's get into it. So have you guys studied Venn diagram in 12th standard or 10th standard? That's what I'm going to teach in this video. So consider guys, this is my A, circle A, and this is my B. We are going to see about the join possibilities. How we are going to join. What are the possibilities of joining the data? That's what I'm going to teach in this session. So if you want some matching data, means these are the matching data. So if you want to see the some matching data, you want to use the inner join like this. I'm going to explain all those things in later. So if you want to get all the data, means you want to use like this. So if you want to see the unmatched data, unmatching data, means these are the things. See, I'm explaining all those things in very clearly, right? These are the possibilities. We want to some matching data, we want to get all the data, we want to get some unmatching data. That's what I'm going to teach in those things. So yes guys, let's get into the types of the joins. So first of all, let me discuss about the no joins. No join means we are not able to go into join the tables. All the tables, all the rows. If we mention the cell star from A, all those data are available and displayed as a result. If you mention select star from the B, all those results are available in the result. So there is no returns data from tables without combining them. Let's get into the inner join. Slowly we are getting into the types of the joins. These are the first types of the joins. Let me consider inner join. So it returns only the matching rows. It returns only the matching rows. Make the note of it. It returns only the matching rows from the both tables. From the both tables. That's what the inner join actually works. So how it works? Let me consider this is an A. This is an table 1 and this is an table 2. We want only the matching columns. We want only the matching columns in between the two tables. That's how it works. So let me explain how it works. So select star from A. A means this is a table 1. And inner join, we are using the keyword called inner join, and B, we are going to join the B condition. And which condition we are going to join means it's A dot key is equal to B dot key. Here I'm going to write by here. A dot key, A dot I key means nothing but the primary key, and is equal to B dot key ID. That's what I'm going to tell. The order of the table doesn't matter. The order of the table doesn't matter, but it will only combine the common data. What are going to available in the A and what are the data are going to available in the B. That's what I'm going to say. It returns only the matching rows from the both tables. That's what the inner join actually works. So have you guys beware of that returns? The main motive of the inner join is that returns only the matching rows. So that's what we see here itself. It returns only the matching rows. It returns only the matching rows from the both the tables. That's what I'm going to. So okay, this is a very important join. Let's discuss about the left join. So secondly, we are going to see about the left join. So returns all the rows from the left and only the matching rows from the right. That's what the left join works. It's a little bit confusing. Let me explain deeply in well manner. So here also the order of the table is very important. In the inner join, the order of the table doesn't matters. Okay, that's a rule. Let me write it as a rule. Here the order of the table is very important. Okay. It returns all the rows from the left, all the rows from the left. It returns all the rows from the left. We are going to use the returns all the rows from the left. And what are the columns going to match? What are the columns are going to match? That only gets some results. All the rows, everything, and primary, the main source of the data. That's a secondary. It is a secondary table for the additional data. So here we are going to match only the matching rows. What are going to from the right table we are going to see. That's what I'm going to say. How we can able to write means select star from A. We are going to use a left join the keyboard, and B. This is a left table and this is the right table. That's what is the primary source of the data. It comments all the rows. It comments everything from the left table are going to come available in the result, and only the matching rows are available in the B. That's what going to available in the display. So A dot key is equal to B dot key. That's what I'm going to say. So let me discuss about the right join. So the third topic is the right join. Left join we will discuss of the all the rows returns all the rows from the left and matching rows from the right. That's quite opposite to the right join. It returns all the rows from the right and only the matching rows from the left. It returns all the rows from the right. It returns this. Consider this is my left and this is my right. It returns all the rows from the right and the matching rows from the left. That's what I'm going to say. Here, this is the primary source. Here, this is the secondary source. Here, we want to get the only the matching rows. That's what the right and how it works. Here also the order, the main important. Here also the order of the table is very important. The main rule is that order of the table is very important. How we can go into write later. We will discuss about the priority session. For now, I'm going to teach about the syntax and explanations. That's what I'm going to teach here. Select star from A. We are going to use the right join keyword, and B. This is the main table, primary source of the table. Here, here this is the primary source of the table. It's the secondary source of the table, and matching columns. A dot key is equal to B dot key. That's what I'm going to teach. So later we will discuss something exciting in the next session. Yes, guys, I'm just come with another important idea, and this is the tips for my subscribers, tips for my fellow subscribers, right? Consider this is my table 1 and this is my table 2. I'm going to write that right join. I'm going to try the right join in my table 1 in my table 2. So what the answers are in the table 1 is have some results. Let me consider this as a result table. So again, consider this is my B table, table 1. This is a table 2 and this is a table 1. If you going to write the left join, the same, the two results are same. That's what I'm going to say. If you consider A here, if you consider the B here, if you use the right join, there are some result. If you consider the B here, if you consider the A here, if you use the left join, there is some results. The same, there are same results that's going to be happen in those things. Let's get into the fourth type of this session called the full joins. It returns all the rows from the both tables. It returns the main motive of this is it returns all the rows from the matching tables from the both tables. Like consider this is my table 1 and consider this is my table 2. It returns all the rows. It returns all the rows. It returns everything. It returns everything that's what are the rows, what are the columns, what are the fields are available in my table are going to be available in my as a result. So here the order of the tables is doesn't matter. Here the order of the tables it doesn't matter. It returns the how we can go able to write means select star from A. If we are going to use a call full joins and B, and we are going to consider the B and matching columns. A dot key is equal to B dot key. I'm going to write by here. That's not visible. A dot key is equal to B dot key. So that's what I'm going to say. So far we are going to see the 4 joins. First the inner join. Inner join means nothing but we are going to return only the matching rows. Only the matching rows are available. That's what I'm going to see in the inner join. Later we are going to discuss about the left join. It returns all the rows from the left and only the matching rows from the right. That's what in the left join tells. The right join tells all the rows from the right but only the matching rows from the left. That's what the left join tells. And we will discuss about the full join. It returns all rows from the everything. It returns all rows from the data table 1 and it returns all the rows from the table 2. That's what I'm going to teach in the 4 sessions. So later we will get into the advanced sessions. It's not 9, it's advanced. ChatGPT that just makes mistake of this. It's and later we are getting into the slowly we are getting into the advanced joins types and called the left anti joins and right anti joins and full anti joins and the cross joins. So this what things are going to cover in the next sessions. So let's get into it. Yes guys, let's get into the advanced session of the left anti-join. So left anti-join, right anti-join. Here also I have the left anti-join, right anti-join, and we will discuss about the full anti-join and later but last but not least it's a cross join. So let's get into it. What is mean by the left anti-join? It returns rows from the left and that has the no match in the right. Only the unmatching rows. We want to see the unmatching rows. Anti is nothing but the opposite, right? We want to see the only unmatching rows. This is my primary table and this is my secondary table. Here I want to see the only the unmatching rows. Here we are considering just filtering the data. we are going to just filtering the data based on the conditions, based using the where conditions. That's what I am going to say. Where b dot key is null, where b dot key is null, it returns the definition itself saying it returns rows from the left. It returns rows from the left that has no match in the right. That's what I'm going to say. That has no match in the right. So we are going to use a lookup filter, not for the data, but for just a filter. It's as for the filter we are going to use. It returns rows from the left and that has no match in the right. That's what the left hand join works. So here that there is no difference between the left join and unjoin, but the difference comes in the where. Yeah, I'm going to write here where b dot key is null. That's what in the left hand join. Where b dot key is null. That's what in the left hand join. So let's get into the right hand join. So it returns rows from the right. It's quite opposite from the left hand design. It returns rows from the right that has no match in the left. That has no match in the left. We want to see only the unmatching rows. Then I'm consider this the right table as my primary main source of the table, and this is my secondary source. I'm going to use the lookup filter in the table A. That's what I'm going to use, right? I'm explaining clearly, right? If you have any comments, if you have any feedbacks, let me know in the comment below. I'm happy to share everything. I'm happy to accept everything. So the main rule is the order of the table is very important. Here the order of the table is very important. Okay. In the left hand design also the order of the table is very important. That's what I'm going to say. It returns rows from the right. We want to see that only the unmatching rows. We want to see only the unmatching rows that are going to present in the table B. So here it returns only the unmatching rows. We are using the filter here, lookup filter. Lookup filter is nothing but it's not for the data, it's just a filter. So here also we are going to use the right join where a dot key is the null. Okay, that's what I'm going to say. Okay, let's discuss of the full anti-join. The third advanced topic called the full anti-join. It returns only the rows that don't match in the either tables. It returns only the rows. See, it returns only rows that don't match in either tables. These are the rows that go into result. I don't want to take, I omit this. I'm only matching only unmatching rows. I'm only looking for the only unmatching rows. That's what the full anti-join works. It returns only the rows that don't match in either tables. It returns, I'm going to explain again and again. It returns only the rows. It returns only the rows that don't match. I want to see only the unmatching rows. If you want to see the main motive of the anti, we are going to see means anti means we want to see the unmatching rows. That's what I'm going to say. Only the unmatching rows. That's the only the unmatching rows in the tables. If we are going to consider select start from the A, we are going to use the full join B on. We are going to use here. We are going to use the some conditions where I'm going to write here where B dot key is null. Where B dot key is null, or I'm considering A dot key is null. Here we want to see only the matching rows that don't match on the other tables. That's what I'm going to say. We are only looking for the unmatching rows. That's what the full anti-join works. So yes guys, let's get in the very interesting and very important points, and it's a little bit confusing. I'm going to explain very well. So consider this is my A. This is, have you guys read about the Cartesian product in 12th, 10th, anything? I don't know, forgot about the product, but let me explain this. Let me have some neural points. These are the concepts are available in the deep learning also. Let me explain all those things in later. I have planned about the AI crash course also in the later. Let me consider the let me have the 2 points. Here I am having 3 points. So here I am going to use, there are 6 possibilities. Here I have 2. Here I am having 2. 2 cross 3 is 6. How we can see? We are connecting all those things. A is connected to this. A is connected to this. A is connected to the third point. Here the B is connected to the first point. Here the B is connected to the second point. Here the B is connected to the third point. Here there are 6 possibilities are available. There are total 6 rows. So it combines every rows from the left with every rows from the right. That's what I'm going to say. It combines every rows from the left, every rows from the right. All the possible combinations. That's what the Cartesian joins explains, right? So I just explained very clearly. It combines every rows from the left. It combines every rows from the right. All the possible combinations are going to combine in the cross join. That's what here the order of the table doesn't matter. In the here also the order full anti-join also the order of the table doesn't matter. That's what I'm going to say. So I think I just covered the no join, inner join, left join, right join, full join. No join means there is no connection between those joins. So inner join means what are the columns are going to match in the both tables that are going to be available in the inner join. So what are the left join means what are the tables are available in the left, all the matching rows, all the columns in the left, only the matching rows in the right. So that's what I'm going to do in the left join. The quite opposite to the left join is the right join. So all the columns in the right and all the only the matching rows in the left. That's what full joins all the columns. So later we get in the advanced session called the left hand join. We are looking for the only the unmatched rows. That's what in the A join, left hand join. Right hand join, full hand join. Later we will discuss about the cross hand join. So later we will discuss about the multiple tables. How we can join the multiple tables. See Kishore, we have let me you are going to ask the questions. If we have the two tables, we can be able to join the A, B. If you have the multiple tables, customers tables, reviews tables, orders tables, if you have the multiple tables, we can going to join. That's also possible in this joins. We have the two index joins, left joins, inner plus left joins. Let me discuss how I join the multiple values. Let me explain very clearly. We are going to consider this is my master table. I'm consider this is my customers table. I'm going to join all those tables. Here I'm going to join the left join. Here I'm going to use the right left join. Here also I'm going to write the left join. So how we can possible? Let's consider it. So select start from B. Here I'm going to use the select second table. B as second table. Let me consider this is my customers table. This is my orders table. This is my reviews table. This is my zip code table. Let me consider. First of all, let me consider this table B, and again we are consider this table C, and again left join D zip code table. That's what I am going to combine all those tables. Let me explain all those things very clearly. That's all for this point. So inner join analysis is possible, like select start from A, inner B, inner C, everything goes again and again if you join all those things. That's all for this session. Let's discuss the practical session very deeply in later. Yes guys, now let's get into the practical part of the join sessions. So here I am a certain database called the customers and orders. Let me execute this customers. Okay guys, this is my customers table. This is a short customers table. Later we will join the multiple tables in later. So let me explain this inner join first. So select, we are going to select some select. Here the c.id means nothing but the aliases. Here the c is nothing but the aliases for the customers table. Here the o is aliases for the orders table. We are going to merge using the c.id is equal to the order the customers id. We are going to merge two those things. Select c.id and c.first name and order id and order sales. We are going to merge the id and we are going to merge the first name. We are going to merge the order id and we are going to get the results as a sales. So it's from the customers table and we are going to inner join. What are the inner join is nothing but what are the columns are going to match from both tables that are going to be available as a result. That's what I'm going to say in the left inner join. So let me explain about the left join detailing. So select, we are going to get all the customers along with their orders, including those without orders. I'm going to see select all the rows from the left, but only the matching columns in the right. That's what the left join works. So that's up for this, right? Select c.id, c.first name, o.order id, and o.sales. It's from the customers, and we are going to join the left join, and we are going to use the on, and we are going to match using the c.id is equal to what are the customers id. That's what I'm going to say. So the right join, nothing but the keyword is only the matching the right join. So that's what I'm going to say in the left join. It's quite opposite, right? So let's get into the full join. Let me this also alternative. The alternative, right? I'm going to say what are the if we consider the orders as a table, if you consider as customers as a B table, if you write the left join, both the results are the same, right? That's what I'm going to say. So we will discuss, right, in the PPT itself. We will discuss. Let me show. Yeah, in this table, right? I just no. Yeah, this after the left join, right join, this, right, the same results, right? I showed right in the database. So we are slowly we are getting into the left hand join, and we are using the where if you use the where condition, means that's what we are going to see the unmatched results, unmatched rows. Select star from the customers as C and the left join address as the O, and C.id is equal to order customers ID, where the order customers ID is null. That's what the left hand design works. The right hand design is nothing but the select star from the customers as C, and we are going to use the right join as orders O. And we are use orders means the orders as O means is the aliases for the orders, right? That's what I'm going to say. And we are using the c.id. That's what the right join design. And slowly the matching result, the same results has been happened. So all those scripts are available in my GitHub repository. The link to my GitHub repository available in the description box. The full anti-join, these are my full anti-join. Select C dot first ID, C dot first name, O dot order ID, O dot customer ID, O dot sales from the customers as C. And we are going to use the full join, and based on the condition C dot ID is equal to C dot customer's ID, and that we are using the, here we are using the anti-join. That's what I'm going to say. So cross join, select star from the customers, cross join orders. That's what the table works. So that's it for the session. If you like this video, please make sure to subscribe to the Kishorelytics channel, and if you like this video, please make sure to share to the friend. Your friend also gain this knowledge of the about the joins. So let's get into it. Let's finish this. And this is Kishore signing up from the Kishorelytics channel. Tata, bye bye.